Hello and Happy New Year. Welcome to Radiant Moments, a J&B podcast. I'm Michelle, your host, and I'm thrilled to have you join me on this journey of discovery and connection. I cannot wait to see what the new year has in store for us. Today, let's take a moment just for you. If you're able, settle into a comfortable space, perhaps by a window or with a warm or cool drink in hand. Allow yourself this small pause to simply breathe and feel at ease. In the caregiving journey, moments of peace can feel rare. Here, we'll create that space together, a moment to reconnect with yourself, find a sense of calm, and reflect on the beauty within this path. Together, we'll explore stories of resilience, share insights, and find strength in each other's experiences. Whether you're here to learn, to reflect, or simply to feel supported, know that you're part of a community that understands and uplifts you. So join me in this quiet space and let's begin. In our previous episode, we explored the power of mindfulness and how integrating into caregiving routines can be a game changer for managing stress and enhancing emotional resilience. Today, we'll be shifting our focus to another important aspect of caregiving, the protector hat. How we, as caregivers, protect our loved ones both physically and emotionally, all while navigating the healthcare system and beyond. As caregivers, one of our primary roles is that of a protector. We are the shield, the buffer, and the advocate for our loved ones. Whether it's protecting their physical well-being during hospital visits or ensuring their emotional needs are met during tough conversations, we step into this role instinctively. But the role of protector comes with a significant weight. We often face medical professionals, unfamiliar systems, and complex healthcare landscapes, all while trying to make sure our loved ones' dignity, safety, and emotional well-being are maintained and are intact. It's not an easy task, but it's a vital one. Here is a real-life example, a community member's protector story. Let's bring this role into focus with a real-life story from one of our community members. I'll call her Sarah, and I think many of you will resonate with her experience. Sarah was caring for her father, who'd been dealing with a series of complex heart and kidney issues. One evening, he was rushed to the hospital due to shortness of breath and chest pain. Once admitted, the medical team quickly started running tests and making decisions. But Sarah noticed something troubling. The hospital staff were pushing a treatment plan for his heart condition without fully acknowledging the existing kidney issues that her father had been managing for years. Despite Sarah's insistence on the importance of considering his kidney condition, she felt ignored. She knew her father's medical history intimately and had the documentation to support it. But the professionals seemed to focus solely on the acute heart issue at hand. The treatment they proposed, a new medication, posed a significant risk to his already compromised kidneys. Sarah, wearing her protector hat, repeatedly advocated for them to consider alternative treatments, or, at the very least, consult with her father's nephrologist. However, her concerns were met with dismissiveness. Trusting her instincts and determined to protect her father's long-term well-being, Sarah stood her ground, refusing the proposed medication until his kidney doctor could weigh in. The situation escalated and Sarah found herself in an uncomfortable position, challenging medical professionals who were eager to act but were missing critical pieces of her father's overall health picture. The emotional toll of advocating against a medical team's recommendations was exhausting. But Sarah knew that if she didn't protect her father in that moment, he could have been left in a worse state than when they arrived. Hours later, the kidney specialist was finally consulted. After reviewing the case, the nephrologist confirmed that the medication would have worsened her father's kidney function. Thanks to Sarah's determination and refusal to back down, her father was given an alternative treatment that took both his heart and kidney condition into account. This is a prime example of how vital the protector hat is in caregiving. Had Sarah not spoken up, had she not protected her father both physically and emotionally during this critical time, the outcome could have been far worse. It was her vigilance, her deep knowledge of her father's medical history, and her relentless advocacy that ultimately ensured he received the care he needed. Protecting your loved one physically. As seen with Sarah's story, physical protection in the caregiver role is often about being the advocate in medical settings. It means ensuring that medical decisions are not rushed, that every piece of information is considered, and that your loved one is treated as a whole person, not just as a list of symptoms. One of the best ways to do this is to come prepared. Sarah's success in advocating for her father was, in part, due to her preparedness. She had all of her father's medical records organised and knew his medical history inside and out. This is why it's so important to maintain a comprehensive medical compendium for your loved one, containing all of the relevant documents, medications, notes from previous appointments, and a glossary of key terms. This empowers you as the caregiver to speak with confidence and authority when decisions are being made. By staying organised and informed, you're not just a bystander in the care process, you're an active participant in making sure your loved one receives the best possible care. Protecting your loved one emotionally. Let's not forget the emotional side of protection. In Sarah's case, not only was she protecting her father physically, but she was also protecting his emotional well-being. By standing up for him, she ensured that he didn't have to bear the anxiety of navigating a system that wasn't fully listening to him. In your caregiving journey, protecting your loved one emotionally might look like advocating for their dignity, ensuring that they are treated with respect and compassion, especially in vulnerable moments. It may also involve safeguarding their peace of mind by making sure they are fully informed about their treatment options and that their preferences are respected. Creating a space where your loved one feels heard and validated, even when they are in hospital or receiving treatment, can help reduce their stress levels and allow them to feel supported during difficult times. How do we sustain the protector role long term? Now, I want to touch on something equally important: how to sustain this role long term. Being a protector isn't a sprint, it's a serious marathon, and it can be emotionally and physically draining for us as carers. It's crucial to acknowledge that you too need support. Much like Sarah's experience, where she felt the emotional toll of constantly having to push back against the system, it's important to have a support network around you, whether that's a caregiving support group, a trusted friend, or a healthcare advocate who can help you navigate tough decisions. You don't have to carry the protector hat alone. Remember to take breaks, delegate where possible, and give yourself permission to rest. Long-term caregiving requires resilience, but that resilience comes from ensuring that your own well-being is prioritized along the way. As we reflect on today's discussion, I encourage you to consider the ways in which you wear the protector hat in your caregiving journey, whether it's standing up for your loved one during medical appointments or providing emotional safety during difficult conversations. Your role is critical and invaluable. In our next episode, we'll be exploring the journey of overcoming self-doubt and fear to embrace personal growth opportunities. We'll offer practical tips and insights on how to step out of the shadows of doubt and into the light of possibility. You won't want to miss it. Thank you for joining me today on Radiant Moments. If this episode resonated with you, please subscribe, share with other caregivers, and feel free to reach out. I'd love to hear from you about your thoughts and experience as a caregiver. Until next time, stay radiant, stay empowered, and keep shining your light bright.